In our last video, we learned about what the order of operations were, which are right here, parentheses first, then your exponents, then multiplication or division from left to right, like you're reading a book, and lastly, addition or subtraction from left to right, like you're reading a book. All we did in part one was use this order of operations to discover when we have an equation or an expression with more than one operation, what order should we do them in, and we wrote out the very first step. In this video, we're going to be using our order of operations completely to solve these expressions or equations that end up with more than one operation. So with that said, let's dive right in and start using order of operations to make our mathematical lives easier. So here we have 5 plus 2 times 3 minus 4. Using our order of operations, we know we don't have any parentheses. Looking through it, we have no exponents. So our next order is multiplication or division. And as we read through it, we have some multiplication in the middle. So to make sure that we do this correctly, my method for solving these would be to draw a little arrow underneath. And that's the part that I'm going to solve first. I'm going to solve that multiplication first. 2 times 3 is 6. Now, I'm going to rewrite the problem using the parts that I haven't used. As of right now, I haven't used the 5 and the plus sign, and I haven't used minus 4. So I'm just going to rewrite them on the next line. That's a terrible 4. And now our equation, or our expression actually, has turned into 5 plus 6 minus 4. We took care of that very first step. We multiplied. Now we have no more multiplication or division left, so we have to take a look for addition or subtraction, and that's what we have here. We have a plus sign for addition and a minus sign for subtraction. Remember, we are going through the problem from left to right. So, as we go through it from left to right, what do we run into first? Addition. So once again, I'm going to do my little arrow. 5 plus 6 gets me 11. And I'm going to rewrite the part that I haven't used yet, which is minus 4. Now all we have left is one operation, subtraction. And we can solve that pretty easily. 11 minus 4 is 7. We have just solved our first equation or expression. I should keep using the word expression because it doesn't have an equal sign. So we just solved our first expression using the order of operations. Let's try another. This time we have 4 plus 12 in parentheses times 2 minus 3. Looking through our order of operations, we're going to have to take care of these parentheses first. If we didn't, we'd be multiplying first, but since we have these parentheses right here, they tell us do this part first. So let's do a little arrow. 4 plus 12 is 16. And since addition was the only thing inside those parentheses, after I solve that part, I don't have to put the parentheses back in. I could, but it would just look silly. So we have 16. Now we rewrite the parts we haven't used yet. Times 2 minus 3. So we took care of our parentheses. We have no exponents this time. So we're on to multiplication or division from left to right. And look, we have some multiplication here. 16 times 2. That's going to be our next step. So I'm going to draw my arrow between them. 16 times 2 is 32. We've taken care of the multiplication step, and I'll rewrite what I haven't used yet. Finally, we're down to just subtraction. There's no addition, so we're at the final step, and we can subtract 32 minus 3, which is 29. There we go. Let's try one more. I'll put the problem up and see if you can come up with the answer on your own. Let's take a look. So this time I've given you 5 plus 6 times 5 divided by 3 minus 2. Go ahead, write this down, pause the video, and see if you can come up with the answer. I'll wait. Hopefully the answer you came up with is 13. Let's see how we get 13 as our answer. To start off with, there are no parentheses and there are no exponents, so we have to deal with first multiplication or division from left to right. So as we work our way through the problem, we run into multiplication first. So 6 times 5 is 30. Then I'm going to rewrite the problem using the parts that I haven't used yet. And if we notice, we still have division. So we haven't finished this step yet, so now I need to divide. 30 divided by 3 is 10. And then we can reuse the parts we haven't used yet. So we have 5 plus 10 minus 2. We've taken care of all of our multiplication and our division, so now we're looking at addition or subtraction, and we run into addition first. Take care of that. 5 plus 10 is 15. Write in the part we didn't use yet. So we end up with 15 minus 2, which is 13. Everything works out right, and we followed our order of operations exactly. Why don't you try one more? It's going to be a little tougher and use all the order of operations this time, but I think you can handle it. Let's take a look. So here it is, your biggest challenge problem to date. 5 times parentheses, 2 to the second power plus 3 end parentheses, divided by 7 minus 4. Copy the problem down. Make sure you write it exactly the way that I have it so you follow the order of operations the way it's intended to be, and try it on your own. See what you come up with. Pause the video, give it your best go. Good luck. And after trying it on your own, hopefully the answer that you've come up with is 1. The answer should be 1. Let's go through it all together, following that order of operations. Well, first, we have parentheses. So we have to take care of this stuff in here first. But notice, we have exponents and we have addition. So inside those parentheses, we still follow our order of operations, and exponents happen first. So I'm going to take care of our 2 to the second power, and it's going to be 4. Now when I rewrite everything, I still have an operation inside those parentheses I haven't used yet. So I have to rewrite the parentheses to make sure that I'm still following our order of operations. And then I can rewrite everything else. So now we have 5 times parentheses 4 plus 3 divided by 7 minus 4. So I can use my order of operations to say I have to do the parentheses first. I have to take care of that addition, so I get 7. Now I rewrite everything else, and I don't need to rewrite the parentheses, because I took care of that operation inside. The parentheses are no longer needed. So I have 5 times 7 divided by 7 minus 4 left. Well, we've taken care of our parentheses and our exponents. Now it's multiplication or division from left to right, and we're going to run into multiplication first. So we have to do 5 times 7 first. And as you notice, this problem's getting kind of long, so I'm going to have to move my page up a little bit so I can create some room. 5 times 7 is 35. Now I can rewrite the rest of the stuff that I haven't used yet. So divided by 7 minus 4. I'm still at this point in our order of operations. We took care of the multiplication, but now we have a division part, so I can't subtract yet. 35 divided by 7 gets me to 5. And then I have minus 4 left. We've taken care of all of our multiplication and division. Our addition and subtraction step is last, so all we have left is 5 minus 4, which gets us to the answer of 1. And if we zoom out, it doesn't let me zoom out, but if we look at the top, we had to take care of exponents inside the parentheses, then take care of the addition inside the parentheses, then we took care of multiplication, then division, and then lastly subtraction. A rather involved process, but following our order over here, we had a roadmap that gave us exactly the information we needed to solve it correctly. I hope you found this video useful, and good luck with your future order of operations solvings.